day 81. So it's supposed to be a really nice day today, and Tom and I have plans to go take a nice long drive along the lake and maybe go to our favorite bookshop for a cup of coffee and some conversation. We love to do that. It's in Huron, Ohio. It's kind of a hipster kind of place. Uh-oh, the doggies are getting frisky. They have the zoomies. Uh-oh. You guys have the zoomies? Oh, you got the zoomies? Okay, back to the coffee. Every once in a while they get a little frisky. They're actually fairly calm dogs, except for Lizzie, the little one. It's not that she's hyper, but she gets overexcited about things. Like if there's a leaf blowing by outside, she barks. If company comes, she barks nonstop until, for a couple minutes. It's not consistent. But, yep, other than that, they're pretty calm. But anyway, yeah, so we're going to go take a nice ride along the lake. We like to do that. And no boat in the water, so we can't do that. And that's what we like to do all summer. And Tom is an avid boating person, much more so than I am. I really enjoy it, but he actually lives on his boat 4 days a week during the summer, and then I just go up and hang out. So, yeah, I'll probably eat breakfast here, and I'll eat dinner later, but I don't know how much else I'm going to get accomplished today. So I'll be back in a little while. I'm going to enjoy my coffee. I always have my coffee before my breakfast, and then usually with breakfast, I either reheat my coffee or I have a second cup, depending on how much I drink. So I'll be back in a little while, and we'll see what's for breakfast. Let's see what's for breakfast, day 81. Okay, well, I have all this yummy yogurt. I think I'll have some of that. No sense in making it if you don't eat it, right? And let's see. I still have these waffles I made the other day. There's like 2.5 of those. I think I'll eat those. And tonight for dinner, I'll probably eat the rest of this quesadilla, because there's still quite a bit of food in there. But we'll see. So we'll have that, and I'm going to have some of my jelly, because I still have a few of these chia jams. I have 2 or 3 left in the freezer, because it's a freezer jam. So I have no more eggs. I have no more produce except some potatoes. And I did have a few French fries left. I cut those up, and I'm going to fry those or put them in soup or something. I don't know yet. But anyway, still lots of possibilities in my refrigerator. I have all these soy curls. Those would go well in a soup. So, still lots to eat. All right, I will meet you at the stove. I have my waffles in the air fryer. They're going, and I'm going to try something different. Bring you a little closer here so you can hear me. I have some of this chocolate flavored syrup and my raspberry jam, and I want to try making a chocolate raspberry yogurt. I think that sounds pretty good, don't you? I don't know, we'll see. So I'm going to put a big plop of this chia yogurt in here, or chia seed jam in here. I'm not going to put too much chocolate. I like chocolate, but I don't like it too chocolatey. Like Death by Chocolate or something would be too much. So I'm going to put a little bit of this syrup in, maybe half a teaspoon. And you can put in as much as you like if this is something you think you would like. And then I'm going to put in my yogurt. And this is beautiful yogurt. I will definitely keep making this with the oat milk, homemade oat milk, and soy milk. Because the oat milk alone is very, very thick. And the soy milk comes out too thin. So this is just right. And it's very creamy. It reminds me of the Forager brand yogurt, which is really delicious. But that's made with cashews. But this has a very similar texture. So, alright, I'm going to mix this up, and I also put a sweetener in here. So, because I don't like my yogurt too tart. So let's see what we fabricated here. I don't want to make too much yogurt because I have the waffles coming up yet too. But I do want to make sure this is mixed up. So let me give this a taste. Now I like it with just the raspberry jam. It's not just raspberry, it's actually multiple berries. It has blueberries and mulberries and raspberries. When my freezer broke, I had a whole bag of berries that I didn't want to waste, including mulberries I had picked myself. So I ended up making jam, a chia jam out of it. So let me give this a try. Oh, that's very good. So if you have plain yogurt, just give it a blob of chocolate and whatever your favorite, you know, cherry would go well, cherry jam. Grape would probably even go well because chocolate covered grapes are delicious. Well, that's a winner, that's for sure. And I still have plenty of yogurt. So what I'm going to do when this is all gone, I'm going to save about a half a cup and make some more. But I'm definitely going to go with the homemade oat milk. I haven't tried it with store-bought oat milk because my oat milk was like a real thick pudding. It was too thick. But this is really good. So I'll be back in a little bit with the rest of my breakfast. Okay, so I just have some, I think this was from Dollar Tree peanut butter that I'm putting on. I like peanut butter on waffles. Now these are the oat waffles that I made the other day. And they're good. You know, if you don't have any flour, get yourself some oatmeal, grind it into flour, and you can make yourself some oat pancakes or waffles. Alright, so this is satisfying. I'm going to use up this jar of chia jam. I love when I use things up. Alright, so, and these really crisped up nicely in the toaster or in the air fryer. I think I could have maybe done them a couple minutes less, but you know, they still have a good taste. And they're very crunchy. They're not soggy at all. So that's nice. All right, let me give these a taste with the peanut butter and the homemade jam. And I made these in my little mini waffle maker. That's good. And then on my yogurt, I put a little of my favorite cereal. Sorry, got my mouth full. Cinnamon Pecan Special K. It's the only cereal I buy. I'm not a cereal person, but I do like it on my yogurt. All right, so there we have it. Breakfast day 81. And on the chair. She loves to sit in my chair. Are you a good girl? Are you a good girl? Whoa! Well, that didn't go well. We were going to go take a ride down to the lake, but we ended up not going. So, but that's okay. I had other things that I wanted to do, so I always have things I want to do. So, right here, I decided to make some seitan. With St. Patrick's Day coming up and all that, I decided I wanted to make a corned beef like seitan. So what I did was I combined like 3 different recipes. I picked and chose the spices that I wanted. So I don't know how it's going to turn out. And after it cools, it won't be ready to eat until tomorrow. But anyway, it's cooking for an hour and a half now. And we'll see how it turns out. I had just made the bread, and I really don't have any lunch meat type of substance to go with the bread. I do have some cheese left, but I wanted something that I could make sandwiches out of. So that's why I thought I'd make some of this corned beef, and I'll see how it turns out. Now I made one of the recipes I followed not last year, a few years ago, and it was very good. But you know me, I like to experiment and play around with my food. So I thought I'd combine few different recipes because I always like to improve what I'm doing. So if this doesn't work out, then I'll just go back to the original recipe. And that was from a cookbook called The Chicago Diner. Apparently it's a vegan restaurant in Chicago. I've never eaten there, but it's supposed to be a really good vegan restaurant. So, and even my vegan and vegetarian friends liked the sandwich. So, I don't know. I don't know why I have to have this. I have to play with my food. So anyway, you saw this a couple days ago. This is my dinner day 81, and this is the 3rd time I'm eating from this. So this will be gone now, but it was really good, and it was worth what I paid for it, and that was $15, and I got 3 meals out of it. So, and then this is the mayonnaise and the salsa. I'm just going to dribble a little bit of that onto my quesadilla. So anyway, that's what I've been doing today, and I think I need to go into the yard and do some doggy duty out there, and I think that's part of the reason why I'm just sort of stalling, because it's been a while with all the snow. But anyway, all right, I'll be back a little later, and we'll see what else is going on. What are you guys doing? You giving kisses? Oh, that's so nice. I love when the kids get along and play nice. So here is my seitan. It's almost done, another 20 minutes. And you're not supposed to boil it, just simmer it, otherwise it gets spongy. So we'll see how it turns out. It should be good on a sandwich. So here is the basic book that I got the corned beef recipe out of. And this is what it should look like. I think that looks delicious. But anyway, you take the basic seitan recipe, and you, depending on what you marinate it in. Now after this is done cooking, I'll have to cool it and slice it and put it in a marinade. But you can make either bacon, Italian style, or corned beef marinated seitan. So, and like I said, I made this a few years back. I don't know why I never made it again, probably because it's a lot of work. But I have enough where I can freeze some of it. Yes, I'm going to put some in the freezer because it's in the 4 chunks, and probably 1 chunk will last me a week. So it's a good idea, you know, to stock some extra flour, because you can wash the flour and get all the gluten. If you're, of course, if you're gluten intolerant, this won't work for you at all. But if you're not, the gluten flour is protein, and it's very high in protein. So in a pinch, you could make your own protein, and you don't have to rely on the stores. So anyway, I got the nasty deed in the yard halfway done. I hate that part of the spring. But anyway. So today was a very relaxing day. I didn't have to rush. I did a little cooking. I did a little sorting. I did this and that, and I like days like that where I'm not pushing myself constantly to get things done, and I can just go through my day at a relaxed pace. So what are you guys up to? Do any of my vegetarian or vegan friends on here, do you make your own seitan? If you do, what recipes do you use, and does it come out good? So most of the seitan I've made has always turned out really well, and I have a lot of different recipes that I go by, and like I said, I mix and match. And you know, when you have a lot of spices, you can, the sky's the limit. You don't have to eat the same thing day in and day out. You can have a lot of variety, a lot of flavors. So, but some of you might like, you know, the same thing every day. And, you know, a lot of people do. But as you can see from my cooking, I don't eat the same thing very often. In fact, even this evening, eating that third portion of the quesadilla, as good as it was like, okay, I'm done. I don't want any more quesadilla with beans and rice. So anyway, tomorrow is supposed to be a nice day too, so I don't plan on going anywhere, but you never know. So I'll be back tomorrow, and that's all I have for you today. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. Thanks for watching.